Well, hello friends, Scott from Platte River Keto. If you're new to my channel, welcome. On my channel, you get to come along for the ride on my keto journey. I check in with you at least once a week to update you on my progress and try to check in with you at least one other time in the week to share something that I've learned about the keto diet. Usually, but not always. Sometimes just something about this little journey we call life. It's weekly check-in day. Um, those of you that follow me on Facebook are probably aware that this week I was under the weather. I had the flu, virus, whatever it was. Got sick middle of the day on Monday. Felt like I got hit by a train by the middle of the day. Went home, and I spent Tuesday and Wednesday home in bed. And on those 2 days, if any of those of you again are following along on my channel, you will know that I was not very keto those 2 days. The only good news for me is there wasn't a whole lot of food in the house, and nobody else was home, and I did not feel like up to leaving the house. So I definitely ate some things that I shouldn't have that are not on my plan. Good news was there wasn't a lot of those things to eat. So yeah, by Thursday I was feeling better, was able to get in another DDPY workout. And by yesterday I felt good enough to do a regular workout. On Thursday I think I just did a breathing workout, honestly, which really obviously isn't much of a workout. But then on Friday I actually did the basic workout. It's about 20 minutes, and I felt like I was done by the time it was over. It was very interesting to see how quickly or just how run down my body was, really. This morning I did my regularly scheduled workout. I'm on the intermediate program for DDPY, so it kicked my butt for sure, but it was good, and I'm feeling better. I'm back on eating keto 100% of the time, and it was just a little bump in the road. I wish I could remember the quote. I saw a quote that I actually shared on my Facebook page. It was basically that a bad day or a bad meal isn't going to make you gain weight any more than one good meal is going to make you skinny, and that's totally true. And that was something that I had to kind of think about for myself this week, because I was a little bit down. As you know, I have my goals for the fourth quarter, and I promise I will actually talk about those. But I had my goals for the fourth quarter, and I'm really close to my goals, and obviously the fourth quarter is almost over. And so I felt like, it was going to be really tough for me to have a setback like I did being sick in the middle of the week. I was worried that I was going to be kind of off track. So yeah, for those of you who haven't been following along, my goals for the fourth quarter are as follows. First, my goal was to have a DDPY workout every day. Second goal was to do no snacking in between meals, with the exception of a couple of days, which include Thanksgiving, Christmas, that sort of thing. And then finally, I had a weight loss goal. I started the quarter October 1st at 328 pounds. My goal was to be 299.8 by December 31st. Last week, I was at 308.0. And weighed in today, and I was at 305.8. So I lost 2.2 pounds in my difficult, frustrating week where I thought I would lose some ground. Now, part of that, I wonder a little bit if it just had to do with being sick, and I might give a little bit of that back next week. I don't know, but I'm really excited with that number. My relationship with Earth's gravity was very encouraging for me this morning. Again, I am 6 pounds from my goal, and I have 17th, 24th, 3 weeks to go. So 2 pounds a week will do it. It's going to be close. Stay tuned. My other goals, I was 4 out of 7 on my workouts and 4 out of 7 on eating correctly. Obviously, when I was sick, I pretty much threw caution to the wind, did whatever I wanted to do. The only good news was there wasn't a lot of crappy food in the house for me to eat. So I had some things that I wouldn't normally have, but I didn't have a lot of them. So that's good. Take that as a positive, and overall, feeling good, positive, feeling like I have my energy almost back today. The workout was probably a little harder than it would have been normally, but got it done, so that was good. That's my update for the week. 2 things I wanted to share with you really quickly. First, the non-scale victory. You can see I have a wedding band here. This is a silicone wedding band. It was really kind of a fun non-scale victory. I went down a whole size. I went to a 9.5 in the ring size. I think when I got married, or maybe not when I got married, but the second ring my wife bought me when we'd only been married for a short time was like a size 12. I had been in a 10, 10.5, and now I'm in a 9.5 in the ring. The reason that I had to get a new ring was kind of funny. About a month ago, I was at work, and all of a sudden I noticed I didn't have my ring on. It had just slid off my hand. That time, my coworker actually found my ring for me, which was great and very nice. Unfortunately, it happened again about 2 weeks later. Slid off my finger, couldn't find it, wasn't able to find my ring. So I had an old ring that I put on, but my wife was kind enough to procure a new wedding band for me. So I had this nice, lovely wedding band, and it's a size 9.5, which is really cool. So that's a non-scale victory that I wanted to share with you guys for this week. The other thing that I wanted to share with you is really interesting. Those of you, again, who follow my channel know that last Saturday, I was at Mary Tuba Christmas, which meant that we drove my son about 90 miles. First thing in the morning, he practiced for 2.5 hours from 9 to 11:30, and then the concert was at noon. We had something we needed to figure out what we were going to do from 9 when we dropped him off till noon. So we went shopping, did some Christmas shopping, went to Target, went to some stores that we don't have in our lovely, quaint little town of North Platte. One of the stores that we went to is a regional grocery store called Hy-Vee. And it was very interesting. They had a whole health food section of the store, and they had aisles of keto foods and keto treats. And it was amazing to me, because it's not that I haven't heard of those things. Obviously, I follow other keto channels. You guys review things. There are chips and bars and mixes and all kinds of things. And I've tried a few of them, but quite frankly, I couldn't see myself spending money on something that I hadn't had a chance to try or taste for the most part. As you know, I don't really use very many keto products, with the exception of Keto Chow, which I use and absolutely love. It's a great meal replacement when you don't have time to cook. I love Keto Chow, and I'll continue to use Keto Chow. The other thing that I use regularly is electrolytes. I use Redmond Relight. Those are pretty much the keto products that I use. The keto treats that I make, for the most part, I make myself. And I've always done that. But it was really interesting to me, because I think that part of the reason was that I didn't have any of it locally. I have a Walmart and a mom and pop grocery store in my town, and that's it. So the keto things that are available to me at the store, I had not very many keto things are available. So if I wanted to try something, I'd have to see, Joe and Rachel from Two Crazy Ketos review it, and they'd really have to sell me on it for me to give it a try. And I just told you, I don't have any products really hardly that I use, because in 16 months there hasn't been anything that sounded so good that I just had to try it. So anyway, I thought it was really interesting. If I lived in Kearney, which is the city that I was in, and had a Hy-Vee, and had access to all of these keto treats and all of these different keto things, I wonder if I had access to all of that at the beginning of my journey, if it would have been slower going for me, if it would have been more difficult to have success in my keto journey. I don't know if that's true or not, but it was very interesting to think about, because I pretty much had to rely on whole food keto, with a couple of noted exceptions, with the Keto Chow and with the electrolytes, but that's it. I really didn't do much in the way of keto products. And again, if my wife and I wanted to have a keto treat, we had to make a keto treat. So there was some extra effort that was involved. Again, I don't know if that really would have made a difference for me or not, but it was definitely something that was very interesting to think about. So I don't know where you're at on your keto journey, but I don't know if you've thought about that, if you use a lot of keto products, if you don't. But it's something to think about, to simplify and really decide which things, first of all, have good ingredients. And a lot of products do. I'm not saying they don't. There's really two things I think that get involved with the keto products. One is the ingredients. You want to make sure they have good ingredients. My wife and I were looking at the store. There was like a keto, it felt like a brownie mix or a cake mix or something. And we started looking at the ingredients, and I'm like, I cannot figure out why the word keto is on this box, because it didn't seem very keto to me. But so the one thing, of course, is having a good ingredients. The second thing, though, is, man, that stuff can be expensive. And I think that probably because I'm thrifty, and some might even call me cheap, I probably wouldn't have gone to a whole lot of those products. But I'm just grateful that they weren't available to me. And again, when I say they weren't available to me, I could buy them on Amazon if I wanted to. But I didn't want a big box of something that ended up being not very good to me. I didn't want to buy a whole family value pack of the high-low chips or whatever if I didn't know that they were going to be good. And I saw, like I said, I saw at this grocery store a little, single serving bag of these chips, or a single serving, or 3 or 4 of these granola bars. It was interesting to me, and I think that it could have been a road that I could have gone down, and I guess I'm just thankful that I wasn't able to go down that road. But yeah, that's what I wanted to share with you today. Hope that you're all doing well. Hope that you're enjoying the holiday season. I hope that you have a plan for the holiday season. And I look forward to talking to you guys next week. Keep calm and keep on.